I've been saying for a while now that I think this is a great time to be in public service. Look at where we are at this moment in American history. We're inundated every day with news and events that point to a great plague of division, distrust, and dysfunction in this country. What the world around us needs is an example of responsible, reliable governance and professional, friendly public service. That's what we do in Gaithersburg. I'm Jud Ashman. I'm honored to have served as your mayor for the last 3 years, and I'm asking for your vote on November 7th because I believe we can and should continue to lead the way and be that example everyone's looking for. Over the last decade, the City Council and I have gotten some great things done, keeping our neighborhood safe, promoting good job opportunities, managing growth, caring for our environment, keeping our tax rate low, and establishing our city as a cultural destination. As I look to the future, at the top of my wish list is redevelopment of places such as Lake Forest Mall and Old Town. Lake Forest is a complicated situation. There are 5 different property owners and they'd all have to agree in order to get anything done. So progress there will take time, but I can assure you that the council and I will always be on the lookout for ways to spur redevelopment there. In Old Town, we actually have reason to celebrate right now. We're finishing up the construction of a new Park Plaza. The city purchased the building at 16 South Summit, and we're working on converting it to a new police station and a beautiful civic space. There's a mixed-use development on the horizon on East Diamond Avenue, and we're looking for even more action in Old Town in the near future. Other items on my wish list include bringing about more transit and transportation options to reduce traffic, making the city more walkable and bikeable, and attracting even more quality employers and good jobs. So when I say we're a shining example to the world around us, think about it. We're a place where one of the world's most diverse communities lives together in harmony, enjoys good job opportunities, but also spends a great deal of its time and treasure on helping those in need. We're a place where you get to send your kids to fantastic public schools and after school take them to some of the best parks and rec facilities in the region. We're a place with homes and apartments to fit all budgets and preferences, and restaurants to cater to every taste. We're a place where arts and events thrive, and a place where when you need a public service, your local government is there for you, ready to listen, respond, and act. That's who we are in Gaithersburg, and together we'll strive to get even better. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jim McNulty, and I'm running for Gaithersburg City Council. I first want to thank you for taking the time to educate yourself about the candidates in this year's election. In our last city election in 2015, only 11% of voters came out to the polls. Yet more happens here at the local level that affects our daily lives. We need our voices to be heard. I want to bring a new voice and a new skill set to Gaithersburg on November 7th. I'm not a politician, I'm not even a lawyer, but I've already established a record as an effective leader. In 2010, I was one of 3 people taken hostage at Discovery Channel headquarters in Silver Spring. In the months that followed, I noticed that there were very few resources available for people like me who suffer post-traumatic stress. So I founded a faith-based PTSD support group at my church, working with veterans, victims of abuse, and other trauma survivors. In my neighborhood, I've worked hard to change the culture of our HOA. Under my leadership, together with our board of directors, we've made the hard decisions, like hiring a new management company and rewriting our governing documents, helping to improve the communication and relationship with our neighbors. I also led the efforts to pressure the State Highway Administration to complete intersection improvements at Mid-County Highway and Saybrook Oaks Boulevard. The delay had contributed to a half-dozen crashes in just over a month. And with Forest Oak Middle School at one end of the road and a daycare at the other, we needed a solution, and fast. When residents came to our board with complaints of threats, broken glass, and other nuisances caused by a small faction of people who had no stake in our neighborhood's well-being, I led the campaign to petition the city for relief and was able to demonstrate the connection between the change in parking regulations and a reduction in crime. This is the kind of leadership you want from your elected officials, and I want to bring my reasonable, pragmatic approach to local government, but I need your help on November 7th. Many of the issues facing Gaithersburg, including our overcrowded schools and much-needed improvements in our transit and transportation systems, are not completely in the city's jurisdiction. But the mark of a good leader is getting people to do what you need them to do when they aren't required to. We need our partners at the state, County Council, and MCPS to work with us to not only address our current challenges, but to help us get out in front of these issues so we aren't always playing catch up. We need to support our entrepreneurs and small business owners and make it easier for them to invest in our city. And we need to invest in our people through public-private partnerships, supporting apprenticeships for our next generation of skilled labor, making it easier for our citizens to live, work, and stay here in Gaithersburg. Our city is one of the most diverse in the country, but if 9 out of 10 voters continue to sit on the sidelines, we are failing to take advantage of that rich diversity. Help me bring a new voice to Gaithersburg. Vote Jim McNulty for City Council on November 7th. And for more information about my campaign, visit jimmcnulty.org. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Yvette Munro. Early this year, I was appointed to serve you on the City Council. I was honored and grateful for the opportunity, and I'm asking you for your support for a full 4-year term. While I'm new on the council, my service to Gaithersburg is anything but new. I've been contributing in many ways, including more than 7 years in leadership positions on city committees. I was also very fortunate to be named Gaithersburg Citizen of the Year in 2016. Over the past few months as your council member, I've gotten to know neighbors, business owners, and people throughout the city who care about our quality of life. In order to serve their needs, I have worked with the council on important issues such as affordable housing programs, revitalization of Old Town, public safety, and a fiscally responsible budget that carries zero debt and supports our lean, efficient government. But there are some really good things going on in our city these days. We saw the groundbreaking of I-270 Watkins Mill Interchange, which will relieve traffic on routes 124 and 355. We continue to affirm the city's commitment to diversity, inclusion, freedom, and justice. Our economic development efforts are attracting good employees and good job opportunities. And we continue to work hard to balance smart growth. We remain focused on our school capacity, environmentally sound practices, and keeping our neighborhoods safe. We are very proud to provide a variety of amenities for our families with parks, recreation, and cultural programs. As I look to the next 4 years, I see a few things. I'm very passionate about the needs of our growing population of senior citizens, and I want to see us take some steps towards addressing them. I will support responsible development and growth, but I'm willing to vote against something if it will have too large of an impact on our schools and traffic. I will continue to work for viable transportation solutions to ease congestion, and I support affordable housing, and I've been a long champion for our schools. With your support, I will continue to serve the community as I always have, with diligence and patience, spending time listening and finding out the greatest needs and tapping all available resources to meet those needs. What's most important to me is being your voice, listening to your concerns, remaining compassionate and committed to you, and working together for our city, Gaithersburg. If you want to contact me, my information is available at yvettemunro.org. Thank you so much.
My name is Lorien Sales, and I'm running to bring leadership with vision to the Gaithersburg City Council. My vision is for Gaithersburg to become a 21st century city that embraces innovation to improve communication between the council and community, promotes a vibrant economy full of opportunity for upward mobility, encourages environmental stewardship to help sustain our natural resources, pursues environmentally friendly transportation solutions that reduce time spent in traffic, and most importantly, features a government that is responsive, transparent, and inclusive. My commitment to community was instilled by my parents, Perry and Hilda, public servants who dedicated their lives to the country and their community. My father, an oncology nurse and veteran of the United States Army, served our country with honor and bravery. My mother, a retired Montgomery County social worker, dedicated her life to counseling victims of domestic violence and substance abuse with fairness and compassion. It is these values and my steadfast dedication to our city's progress that will guide my service as your next council member. During this campaign, we've knocked on thousands of doors and talked to many residents and business owners who reinforce the need for leadership with vision. I heard you, Gaithersburg. I heard from residents in Old Town and those near Lake Forest Mall who want meaningful economic development opportunities in their neighborhood. I heard from residents in the Kentlands who crave quality retail options in a more stable commercial district. I heard from countless parents who want their children to have access to educational opportunities that will prepare them to successfully compete in an increasingly global economy. And I heard from seniors and millennials who are growing increasingly concerned about the limited affordable housing options in our city. Be assured, Gaithersburg, I hear your concerns and they will always guide the work that I do as your next city council member. If you're willing to work hard, you should have a real opportunity to create a better life for yourself and your family. As your next councilwoman, I will work to ensure we move forward together and always seek input from our residents. For me, this election is about working together to realize a vision of making Gaithersburg the best community it can possibly be for our residents. However, that is going to take a public servant that is ready on day one. I am that candidate. I know the job, I can do the job, and with your help, I will do the job. I'm excited about our city's future and look forward to playing a significant role in shaping it as a member of the Gaithersburg City Council. There are almost 70,000 residents in Gaithersburg, yet less than 10% of our residents vote in local elections. Your voice is more important now than ever before. I invite you to join our sales force and learn more about my campaign at www.loriensales.com. When you go to the polls on November 7th, vote for Lorien Sales, the leader with vision. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Michael Sesma. It has been an honor and privilege to serve you as a member of the Gaithersburg City Council, and I'm very appreciative of your support. As a council member, I focused on ensuring we maintain the quality of life that makes Gaithersburg a great American city. At the same time, I've worked to make sure that Gaithersburg is positioned to take advantage of the opportunities and manage the challenges of an uncertain economy facing the city, county, and state. I've acted to promote the vital interests of residents and families while pursuing innovative approaches to support, retain, and attract businesses and employers to build the sustainable economy that makes Gaithersburg a destination. This requires a commitment to creative and realistic solutions, not grandstanding. It requires a belief in transparent, open, and common sense government that works for everyone. It requires an open mind, a readiness to listen, and careful judgment. It requires patience, persistence, and boldness. These are the commitments I have brought since my election to the City Council and what I pledge to continue when I am reelected. I am committed to developing a comprehensive strategy to stimulate and reward business investments that enhance economic vitality and diversity, to innovate, create, and implement programs that promote environmental protection, sustainability, and resilience, to celebrate and promote our social and cultural diversity, and to refine policies and practices to maintain and strengthen Gaithersburg as an exceptional place for families to live, work, learn, and play. The details of my platform can be found at www.votesesma.com, VOTESESMA.com. I ask for your vote on November 7th so that I can continue to provide responsive and responsible leadership as a member of the Gaithersburg City Council. Thank you.